Hello, my name is Tim Manzke, and I'm going to show an example of graphing the equation y equals 1 half x minus 4. I'm going to do this in Microsoft Word. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to establish a grid. I'm going to use the table function. So if you're at the Home tab, go over one, go to the Insert tab. We're going to go to Table, and I'm just going to insert a table. The dimensions I'm going to use seem to be pretty consistent. Is 20 by 20. Not perfect, but it gives you a pretty good graph to work with. Let's establish the x and y axis. Use a double line here. Establish where the middle is going to be, and then on the make this a little bit smaller here. We're going to establish an axis known as the y-axis. Again, if you're doing this for a homework assignment or whatever, just indicate on there where your x-axis is going to be. We're going to format the width, and we're going to do the color. I'm going to choose black as a traditional color to use. Establish where the x-axis is going to be. Again, use a double arrow. Again, right-click on the arrow, format shape. Again, I'd say 3-point would be good. And the color, again, black. Okay. This equation here is written in called slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form is written as y equals mx plus b, where your slope is the m value. That's the number in front of the x. Now in this case, our slope is going to be 1/2, because that's the number in front of the x. Our y-intercept is 0, b, which would be 0, -4. If you want to plot some points on here, with a circle. Where you place the cursor, I just place it right above the grid, right after C4, and then just click on there. And you don't want to adjust the size of your dot so it's big enough so that people can see it. Again, I would click on the black button there and make it just a traditional color. You can adjust the size to whatever you feel is necessary, bigger, smaller. If you click on it, you see the 4 circles there. If you press the Control C to copy it and Control V to paste, you could have a couple points to work with. To make a line graphing this equation, you need a minimum of 2 points to graph a line using this information here. Obviously, you can choose more. I'd start with the y-intercept and just put these dots on the line here, like for example 0, 4. The x value is 0, the y value is -4. Use the slope. At this point here, the slope is 1/2. That means from this first point here, I'm going to go up 1 over 2. again, with each dot, it's going to have the same slope pattern. You're going to go up 1 over 2. And it's not perfect, but again, what you're trying to emphasize is that the line has a behavior. The behavior is that it's going up at a rate of up 1 unit over 2. Go up 1 over 2. So enough of these points have been established. Then we want to draw a line through those points. So again, we're going to go back to that double arrow. And in general, what you want to do is when you're making this line, you want the line to go across the grid here. And again, I would format the line, adjust the size here, 3 points, color black. Again, you different colors and whatnot. But this would be an example of where you're graphing an equation using slope-intercept form. And again, you can use more points if you want, but this will give you kind of an indicator what the graph is going to look like. Now with this, there's other things that you can find with this equation. There's what's called the x-intercept. Now the x-intercept has a rule. The rule is that the y value is going to equal 0. Okay, so if I have the equation y equals 1/2 x minus 4, what I could do is say, okay, replace y with 0, and then solve for x. Meaning that from here, just go through the steps of solving for x, meaning that we have to get x by itself. Here, what I would do is I would add 4 to both sides. And then what will happen is that the 4's on the right-hand side are going to cancel out. And then 0 plus 4 is going to give you 4. Next, I get rid of the 1/2. The 2 is in a denominator. So what you could do is multiply both sides by 2. And if I do that, as a result, this is going to be 8. And the 1/2 and the 2 are going to cancel each other out. So my x-intercept in this example is going to be 8, 0. And if you look at your grid, if we did this right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's right here. It's crossing the x-axis at 8, 0. Alright, but in terms of finding the x and y intercept, if the equation is written in slope-intercept form, it's pretty straightforward to find the y-intercept. You can also find the x-intercept and state that as well. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Please contact me if you have any questions. Thank you very much for watching. Please take care and have a nice day.